paddock we're going to work on and tidy up is this one here. Going to take most of the fencing down and probably just leave the fencing on the other side and just have this just open, and we'll get in there and mow it. This little part here was just like a wooden shack that he used to store wool in, with like inside all the tubs, but it was wood and plastic and canvas, and it was just all mouldy and wet and feral and disgusting. So it's just being torn down. I'll have to cut this up into sections with the chainsaw, and we can then drag it to the burn pile just to be destroyed. And then after that we'll look at pulling down this fencing and getting in there with the tractor and finding what little treasures await for us. If we get time, we might try and pull down this little animal house as well, but we'll see how we go. Do you want to get the hammer and see if you can pry that off? Because that just won't burn.
It's not very light.
No.
The hammer.
Yeah, we'll pile it here, we'll just throw it in the back of the ute. Oh, lucky I didn't hit that with the saw.
So what am I doing? Let's see if we can get that one out. This up.
Try and use your claw underneath it.
This one?
Yep. And then force it.
Bang this
no,
way?
don't bang it. So put it underneath.
Like this?
Yep. No, underneath the flat bit.
This bit here, though.
Yep. And then try and pull it backwards. Get more of the claw. Yep. Keep going. And then once it's down a bit more, you should be able to bang it off with the hammer.
This part?
Yep.
Hang on.
Alright. Oh, that nail just does not want to come out.
Crumbling.
Go ahead.
Sure. 3, 2. That wasn't. Muscle man! Hi, Lucy. How was it? Good get.
now that we've got all this fencing out, all along the caravan there, and then up where the tractor is, all the wire fencing's out. There's a big panel of metal up there that we just can't get to yet with the tractor without falling in a ditch. So what we're going to do is slash all of this first so that we can then get to sort of the back of where the fence is and then drive the tractor up to it so we can get to that slab of metal straight on. But before we can do this, we've got to pretty much walk this entire place and just look for all the hidden gems, like the obvious ones like the watering trough, and then the not so obvious ones where there's 3 tyres in there. There's another tyre up the back, hoses, wire, all that sort of stuff. So we're just going to clear all that out and then make sure there's nothing massive left, and then we'll get to slashing.
Guess it is going somewhere. Let's see, how soon?
Truck tyre. Rather than pay lots of money for people, well, for me to take these tyres somewhere, what I'm thinking we might actually be able to do is stack a few of them together and like use star pickets to stop them going anywhere, and then putting a base on the top and then creating like a jungle, not really a jungle gym, but mini obstacle course for the goats to jump on and entertain themselves with. So, you know, we can use these larger ones and they'll create quite a large platform for the goats to stand on, and then the smaller tyres we can do the same thing, just with a smaller platform for them to stand on. And I mean, really the tyres aren't gonna, you know, cause them any dramas or anything like that, so good way to recycle them, I think.
And they're full of water too, that's the other half of the problem.
So you can see what I mean by stacking them up and creating a platform, and then you can just put some wood on it and like a ramp and oh, barrel. Well, let's go see what we found with the tractor. Probably some wire up under there. No. I don't know if you can see that, but we've caught some barbed wire, or just some fencing wire, and it's just wrapped around the top, so that should be pretty easy to get to. However, I don't really want to get under this implement without some sort of jack stands or something in place, so I'm just going to quickly go run and grab a jack stand or two, and then I'll get up under there. Last thing I need is the 3-point hitch coming down and, well, turning me into a pancake. I've got my jack stands. Just going to lower the implement onto the jack stands. That way I know that the weight is being supported and there's no accidents. Alright, much better. on the way there. On the way there. Alright. Right, now jack stands are in place. What I'm going to work on doing is unhooking all that wire from up underneath. Shouldn't take too long. This one looks to come this way now. And that should be it. And there we are. All that wire's out. That was nice and easy. Alright, that's all the wire off the top. These still spin.
Oh god.
Yep. Alright, happy days. So it took almost 2 full days, but we've managed to remove all the fencing around well, 2 sides. We want to keep that fencing in place at the back there, and then remove all the rubbish, remove the old goat pen or animal house or whatever he had in there, move all the tyres, all the other rubbish, slash it down, and it just looks so much better. The last little bit I had to whippersnip because as you sort of come across here, it's a bit of a gully or a culvert type area, like I said before, and the tractor just would not have got down there and would have just been all sorts of problems. So just whippersnipped that last little bit and then smashed up what was left with the slasher. But yeah, productive weekend. And just jobs like this just make everything look so much better than what it was, like 1,000 times. And really just hard work and time, and yeah.